right, folks, welcome back into the world of Patriots football. And let me tell you, it's been a wild ride just to get this episode on the air. Between power outages over here in Connecticut, 4th of July madness, one heck of a heat wave, and a sneaky little summer bug passed to me by my 8-month-old. We've been through it, but we're here, we're back, and we've got a lot to talk about when it comes to the New England Patriots. Because ready or not, training camp is right around the corner. And I mean that literally. We are just 2 weeks away from seeing this team hit the field and everything starts to get real. Roster battles, surprises, disappointments, and maybe even a breakout or two. We'll be right in the middle of it all. Now, technically, sure, we're 2 weeks away as of tomorrow if you're counting the days down with precision. But come on, today is basically done. So for all intents and purposes, we're on the doorstep of training camp. And it's time to start asking the big questions. What is this team actually going to look like? What are the coaches cooking up? And who's going to step up and make some noise when it matters? And yes, we're going to get into all of it in this episode. There's some fresh buzz around Terry McLaurin that Patriots fans need to be paying close attention to. We've also got a few interesting nuggets involving Max Crosby and how that ties into New England's defensive plans. And let's not forget the eye-opening numbers around this massive roster overhaul the Patriots are going through. We're talking about a team that's been reshaped from top to bottom, and the numbers are more extreme than most fans even realize. So, let's kick it off right at the top with that Terry McLaurin update. Now, if you've been following the league even just a little bit, you already know McLaurin is one of the most talented wideouts in the game. He's consistent, explosive, and commands attention every time he's on the field. But here's the catch. According to a confirmed report from ESPN, he's not exactly thrilled with his current contract situation in Washington. He's entering the final year of a deal that pays him a base salary of just over $15 million. Now, let's be honest, that's not nothing. But for a guy who has been the number one option in a less than stable offense for years, that's low. Especially when you look around the league and see other receivers getting deals north of 30, even pushing $40 million per year. So what's the problem? Well, age is one factor. McLaurin is creeping up on 30, and teams, especially ones like the Commanders who are in transition, aren't always in a rush to throw massive money at a receiver hitting that milestone. The other part of it is the Commanders clearly preparing for a different direction. They've already brought in new faces like Deebo Samuel, and it's pretty clear they're planning for life beyond McLaurin. That doesn't mean they're definitely moving him, but it does mean that his availability, whether the team admits it or not, is very much a real conversation around the league. Now, the million-dollar question, or maybe I should say the $40 million question, is should the Patriots go after him? Look, we all know the Pats have the cap space. They've got room to maneuver, and we've been hearing for months that Elliott Wolf and company are serious about building this thing from the ground up. But is wide receiver the spot where they're going to drop the bag? That's what makes this such a fascinating situation, because McLaurin would absolutely help this team. He'd immediately become the top option in a receiver room that, let's face it, has some promise but no proven stars. You pair him with a young quarterback on a rookie deal, and suddenly the offense looks a whole lot more dangerous. Mike Vrabel, who's now running the show in Foxborough, has always prioritized physical, reliable receivers. McLaurin fits that mold perfectly, but, and this is a big but, it's not just about fit. You also have to consider timing. The Patriots are coming off a 4-win season. They're installing a new system, a new coaching staff, and developing a new quarterback. So even if you bring in McLaurin, are you really one receiver away from competing? Or are you better off continuing to build through the draft, stacking young talent, and waiting until you're closer to contending before making that type of move? Some fans might say go all in now. Others will argue patience is the play. Either way, this is the kind of dilemma that makes off-season chatter so compelling. The McLaurin saga isn't going away anytime soon, and if the Commanders drag their feet on a new deal, don't be shocked if New England starts sniffing around. Just don't bet your life savings that he's landing in Foxborough. Yet. Now switching gears a bit, let's talk Max Crosby. You're probably wondering what the Raiders' all-pro edge rusher has to do with the Patriots. Well, believe it or not, it's got more to do with the development of New England's own defensive line than you might think. Crosby has been training with Calvin Chason, a former first-round pick who's looking to revive his career and make a serious push for a roster spot in New England. And let me tell you, getting inside access and training time with a guy like Crosby is no joke. That's elite level preparation. Chason, who's heading into his 6th NFL season, knows this is a make or break moment for him. He's on a prove it deal, and he's treating it like one last shot to carve out a real role in this league. The Patriots brought him in with the idea of using him as a situational pass rusher, specifically on third downs, and that's where Crosby comes into play. Because if you want to refine your craft, if you want to learn how to beat tackles with both speed and power, there are few better mentors in the game right now. Now, let's not get it twisted. Chason and Crosby aren't the same type of player. Crosby brings a unique combination of speed, strength, and relentless motor. Chason is a bit more finesse. He likes to dip under, use that quick first step, and get around the edge. But again, the point here is about mindset. It's about preparation. It's about leveling up. When you surround yourself with greatness, when you learn from the best, you naturally raise your own game. And that's what Chason's trying to do. Now, as far as how this all fits into the Patriots' plans, it's actually pretty interesting. With guys like Harold Landry and Keion White already manning the edges, New England could use someone like Chason to rotate in on obvious passing downs. Slide Landry back a bit, let White and Chason come screaming off the edges, and now you've got something. Add in a rookie like Braden Swinson and out of LSU, and suddenly you've got some real options in that front seven. It's going to be fascinating to see how it all plays out during training camp. Roles are up for grabs. Spots are not guaranteed, and Chason is clearly doing everything in his power to make sure he's ready when his number gets called. That's the kind of mindset that fits perfectly in New England. And finally, let's talk about this massive roster overhaul that's happening right under everyone's nose. If you haven't been paying attention, it might come as a shock, but over half the Patriots' projected 53-man roster is likely going to be brand new. That's right. Nearly 50% of the team could be made up of players who weren't even on the squad last year. That level of turnover is rare in the NFL, and it says a lot about how serious Robert Kraft, Elliott Wolf, and Mike Vrabel are about turning this thing around fast. But it gets even crazier when you look at the full 90-man offseason roster. Out of those 90 players, only 47 were with the team last season. That's just under 52% turnover. More than half of the guys in camp this summer will be new faces. That's an enormous shift, and it signals something big. The Patriots aren't interested in small tweaks. They're rebuilding this thing from the ground up, and they're doing it aggressively. And you know what? That's the right move. After a 4-win season, it was clear something had to change. The old ways weren't working. And to Robert Kraft's credit, he didn't just talk about raising the standard. He's actually backing it up with action. He gave Wolf and Vrabel the keys and told them to fix it. And from what we're seeing, they're doing exactly that. Now, what does this mean in the grand scheme of things? It means that New England is positioning itself for the long haul. They've got a young quarterback on a rookie deal. They're investing in youth, they're overhauling the culture, and they're not afraid to make bold moves to set the foundation. But here's the kicker. If they play their cards right, they might not have to wait that long to be competitive again. And when you look at the teams that have actually made it to the Super Bowl over the past 8 seasons, there's a pattern emerging. Because when you take a close look at who's actually made it to the Super Bowl since back in 2017, something jumps off the page. We always hear about parity in the NFL. We hear that any team can win it any year, that the salary cap makes everything equal, and that the door is always open for someone new to sneak into the championship picture. But in reality, that's not what's been happening at all. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a surprising turn of events that's already stirring buzz around the NFL, Mike Onwenu, the formidable offensive lineman for the New England Patriots, reportedly expressed serious doubts about continuing to play alongside rookie quarterback Drake May. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders suggest tensions might be brewing behind the scenes, hinting at a possible rift between the veteran and the promising new talent. Onwenu, known for his toughness and leadership on the Patriots' offensive line, has been a key figure in protecting quarterbacks over the years. His supposed reluctance to play with MAYE, who was drafted with high expectations to lead the Patriots' offense, raises eyebrows and fuels speculation about locker room dynamics. Could it be a clash of playing styles, or perhaps differences in leadership approach? The details remain murky, but sources close to the team hint that Onwenu's patience may be wearing thin. Drake May's arrival was supposed to inject fresh energy and hope into the Patriots franchise, which has been eager to find a successor to their legendary quarterback lineage. Yet as the rookie continues to adapt to the speed and complexity of the NFL, the pressure mounts not only on him, but also on those around him. Onwenu's alleged dissatisfaction could reflect deeper challenges within the team's cohesion and strategy. The rumor has sparked heated discussions among fans and analysts alike, with some questioning if this is just a momentary clash that will soon be resolved, while others wonder if it signals a more significant disruption. Could the Patriots be facing an internal struggle that might impact their upcoming season? Would the team consider trading Onwenu, or perhaps adjusting the offensive line to accommodate both players better? While the Patriots organization has yet to comment publicly on the matter, the speculation alone has added an unexpected layer of intrigue to what was already an exciting offseason. As the training camps progress and the regular season draws near, all eyes will be on how this story unfolds. Will Onwenu and MAYE find common ground to push the Patriots forward, or is this just the beginning of a complicated chapter in New England's football saga? Only time will tell. But for now, the NFL community is watching closely and buzzing with questions. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.